The JoLynn Braley Show, Episode 22, Why a Weight Loss Mindset is Essential for Weight Loss That Lasts. Hello and welcome. This is JoLynn Braley, the FAT Release Coach, and this is the JoLynn Braley Show. Join me on today's show as I go beyond the food to what is the real issue, your mindset. You see, mindset is 90% of the solution if you crave permanent success with your weight. If you would love to leave all of your food and weight struggles behind you, then your mindset must shift significantly. This means leaving your emotional eating, your binge eating, your sugar addictions, your stuffing, your food obsessions, scale obsessions, weight obsessions, beating yourself up mentally and emotionally, diet mentality, and any other negative behaviors that contribute to your overweight body and your FAT mindset. In order to leave all of that bad feeling stuff behind you, what you need to do is solve what is 90% of your problem, and this is your mindset. And since this is such a massive challenge for almost everyone to do on their own, I mean, let's face it, even being the smart, successful person that you are, if you could have ended all of these struggles with food and your weight, you would have done this 10, 20, 30 years ago, wouldn't you? Of course you would have. Why wouldn't you? So, since this is such a difficult challenge for most people, and because what most people, just like you, are doing is running around searching for another diet and exercise program, which is only 10% of the solution, what I do is I mentor my clients through my proven step-by-step system, the Inner Self Diet. I help exceptional women and a few cool men release all of their ongoing struggles with food and their weight so that they can get to the other side where they actually have a weight loss mindset and it becomes easy and simple for them to live the healthy and fit lifestyle that they already know how to live. Just like you. You already know how to eat healthy. You know that regular exercise is good for your body, but you're not doing these things. And when you do them and you lose some weight, you just end up gaining it right back. These are all signs that you definitely have a mindset issue, and this is why 95% of dieters fail. What you're doing is you're attempting to solve your overweight with what is only the smallest part of the solution, and that is the 10%. That is the physical action of diet and exercise. Now, those diets, healthy diets and exercise programs do nothing to heal the root of why you are overweight in the first place. That root must be healed if you want to be free of this struggle for the rest of your life. And can it be done? Absolutely. If you are a human being that has a brain and has a mind and you can follow instructions and you're willing to follow instructions and be coached and you're willing to do something radically different than you've ever done before, then yes, you can have the results of struggle-free permanent weight loss. All it takes is doing the proven steps that have already worked for everyone that has come before you who has done the same steps in the Inner Self Diet. Just do the same thing and you will get the results of freedom from your emotional eating, your sugar addictions, your binge eating, your up and downs with your weights, the yo-yo dieting, your self-sabotage, anything and everything that has continued to hold you down and keep you in the overweight body that you've been living in for much of your life. And sure, there may have even been times when you did lose weight, but you've always gained it back. And what kind of a life is that? Wouldn't you love to be free of those struggles so that you could finally just live the life that you've always wanted to live, going for your dreams with full self-confidence, full belief in yourself, full excitement and anticipation and expectation for the good things that are up ahead for you, and doing this in the body that feels best to you, without apology, without worry, without stress, just simply being. Actually, what you become is one of, quote unquote, those people, one of those people who lives healthy and fit without a struggle, and you live the life that you've always wanted to live. No more hiding behind the fat, no more hiding behind the food, no more hiding behind your patterns of beating yourself up and putting yourself down, just releasing all of that yuckiness and getting on with your life and making it simple and easy for you to just live healthy and fit, because you're a smart person. You know that you need to live a healthy and fit lifestyle in order to have the body that you want. And because you are so smart and because you've been doing this for so many years, you really do not need another nutritionist or another physical fitness guru or another healthy diet program. You have so much information and knowledge in that 10% of what it takes to get the body of your dreams that you could probably teach a class on it. What you don't have is you do not have the weight loss mindset. And how do you know for sure? Because you are still struggling. That's how you know. You aren't doing the things that you could be doing to release the fat and allow it to stay off. And let's take a look now at today's topic of the JoLynn Braley Show, which is why a weight loss mindset is essential for weight loss that lasts. And this is the 5th Get Real episode of the year. And I stated at the beginning of the year, back in January, that I would be doing at least one Get Real episode for you each month, and that is what I have continued to do. And these Get Real episodes are even more focused on helping you get real with yourself. And why is this so important? Well, the reason it's so important is because this is your life. I mean, heck, let's face it here. Either you're going to do something radically different to break free of the struggle, or you're not. And what most people do is they allow themselves to get sucked back into their comfort zone. Their comfort zone where, yes, you don't like it that you're a yo-yo dieter. You don't like it that you sabotage your weight loss. You don't like it that you keep eating the junk food and you're addicted to sugar and you keep overeating and binge eating and you stuff yourself at night. But that is your comfort zone. You know what to expect. You know what the failure feels like, and you know how bad it feels. Would you like to feel better? Sure. I mean, of course you would. And you would like to break free of that struggle. But if it's not important to you and you don't actually make a big, bold, badass change that heals the root of your ongoing food and weight struggles, then you will just continue to do what you've always done. And you will stay in your comfort zone, and another year will go by, another 5 years will go by, another 10 years will go by, and you'll still be doing the same things you're doing now. How do you know this? Well, number one, as you go back in time to your earliest memories, so you're far, 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 far back, way, way, way back, and come back up to your first memories of your first struggles with food and your weight. And it's very possible that you were not even overweight back then. I wasn't when I first started struggling. I was just a small little kid, 7 years old, a skinny little kid, but I thought I was fat. I was sitting in the front seat of my parents' car in the summertime, and I had on these little red shorts, and I looked down at my thighs, and like any person, no matter what you weigh, when you sit down, your thighs spread out. And I looked down, and I had the thought that I was fat because I had picked up these thoughts and these limiting beliefs from adults around me who were having their own struggles with their body and with their food addictions and with their weight. And I took those on for myself. I was not even an overweight kid, but I manifested that in my life because I kept thinking that I was fat. So that might be the case for you. I have absolutely no idea because unless you are a client of mine and I'm working with you, I don't know what is going on with you. And by the way, it is highly, highly, highly valuable, and it will help you to bust through your sabotage and your struggles in the least amount of time possible to actually work with a highly skilled and highly trained coach and mentor who has proven step-by-step system to permanent struggle-free weight loss. All you need to do is follow the steps, and you will put all of this struggle behind you in the least amount of time possible. Otherwise, you can just keep doing what you're doing, and your comfort zone will just suck you back in as fast as you can even imagine. It's just like quicksand. And then you also might go buy some more self-help books or look for another diet. And the thing is, though, is that being here on this episode with me right now, you are learning that those diets will never help you heal the root of your struggle, and they are not supposed to. That's not their job. A healthy diet's job is to teach you how to eat better. It's not supposed to take care of why you don't do what it tells you to do. You know, that's not the purpose of it. So there's no reason to beat up on the healthy diet. All right, so anyway, identify what age you were right now. You know, we went back in time, and as you're back there in your childhood memories now, look at the age you were when you first started having any kind of negative thoughts about your body, about food, about calories, about dieting, about your weight, maybe about the opposite sex. Anything along those lines, anything that you can pinpoint, and this will be very easy for you. For all of my clients that I have mentored through the proven steps to permanent weight loss, which are all the steps in my proprietary proven step-by-step system, the Inner Self Diet, it was very easy for them to pinpoint when their struggles started. And for most of them, that was between the ages of 5 to 12. So how old were you? Look at that right now, and you know, it's not hard for you to identify. So now you've got that age, and now subtract that age from your current age. So whatever age you are, if you are 33, if you're 55, whatever age you are, subtract that age you were when you first started struggling, and then what's the number you get? What does that math equation give you? The answer you get to that math equation is how old this problem is. This is how big and how old this problem of struggle is with food and your weight. And it doesn't mean that you haven't had pockets of time throughout your life where you lost weight, but you always ended up gaining it back. So it makes sense to you that the problem will continue to get bigger, and it will continue to gain even more momentum the longer you leave it there. That is not something that is my rule or anything I can make up. It's just how it is in this universe we live in. If you don't solve the root of this food and weight struggle, it will get bigger. You don't have to worry about it. It'll just keep getting bigger. And what's exciting, though, is if you were to actually do the steps to heal that once and for all and release that old issue, then you would be able to break free of your ongoing struggles with food and your weight. You'd be able to release the overeating, the binge eating, the sugar addictions, the emotional eating, all that crap that is dragging you down, and it keeps you overweight, and it makes you feel bad about yourself, and it just makes you miserable because if you could have your way, you wouldn't stuff yourself. You would not put food in your body and make yourself be overweight. You wouldn't do these harmful things to yourself if you were able to stop doing these behaviors without struggle. I mean, you know that. This is not any kind of this is not something new. Of course you would love to be in the body of your dreams, and you would love to feel awesome about yourself, and you'd love to have full self-confidence and full belief in yourself, and actually be able to go for the dreams in your life and do all of this in the body that you've always wanted to have. For most people, they're not able to break through these blocks on their own. One reason is it's such a big, huge problem, as you just identified for yourself. It's too old, it's too big, you don't know where to start. And here's a really simple way of looking at it too. If you could have released this problem years ago, if you could have figured it out on your own, if all those self-help books and all those diets and all those gym memberships and all the personal trainers and all the diet gurus and whatever else you've done, if those would have been the solutions, then wouldn't you have solved this long ago? Of course you would have. Yeah, it's very difficult to get out from behind these issues on your own. And it's the same thing for me. I'm not telling you anything that isn't true for myself. When I had my own breakthrough back in 2010, and when I went from a size 12 to an 8 in just 2 months, I did that because I got those results because I invested in myself, and I hired my own coaches to help me get out from behind my own inner blind spots. It's not like I got to that place after the 20 plus years of trying to figure it out on my own and buying all those different self-help books. Okay? So knowledge is not enough. Trying to figure it out and analyze it on your own is not enough. All that matters are results. And the only way to get the results that last is by actually doing proven steps, taking action with steps that will heal what has been stopping you all these years, so that you can finally break through and break free of your ongoing struggles. And so it takes getting real with yourself. And actually, I'm going to give you right now the questions of this day, and in each of the episodes of the JoLynn Braley Show, I give you questions to ask yourself so that you can get clarity on exactly what you're doing to yourself and what you're going to do to break free of your struggles. I recommend that you write these down, pen on paper. If you just listen to me talk and go on and on and on and on, it's just going to sound like a bunch of blah, 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 and you're not going to get anything out of this. If you actually take action with a real live piece of paper and a pen, and you put that in your hand and you write down the questions and then write down the answers, then you'll actually gain more clarity for yourself, and you'll be doing something for yourself here that will help you get real with yourself. So here are the questions for today. How much longer exactly are you willing to stay in this struggle? How many more years exactly are you willing to stay in this struggle? And write down the number of years. Write down the number of years that you're willing to stay in the struggle with yourself. What's it going to take? Do you need to be struggling for 10 more years before it's okay that you invest in yourself and get help? Because again, we're back to the fact that if you knew how to do this alone, then you would have already done it, right? You wouldn't be binge eating, you wouldn't be emotionally eating, you wouldn't be stuffing yourself, you'd already have a weight loss mindset. If you could do this alone, you would have already done it. So exactly how much longer do you need to stay in the pain and in the struggle and in the confusion, in the muckmire, before you will allow yourself to value yourself enough to get the help that you need so that you can get beyond this, so that you can heal it and get the heck on with your life? And write down that number. And then the next question is, exactly how much more pain and struggle must you endure before you can get the help that you need to break free from it? So do this one on a scale of 1 to 10. All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, exactly how much more pain and struggle must you endure before you will allow yourself and value yourself enough, yourself in your life enough to get the help that you need to break free from this? As you can see, these are very tough questions that you're asking yourself here. So why are you asking yourself these questions? Because you are the one who is in the driver's seat of your own life. And if you are not in the driver's seat of your own life right now, then that means that you are living in blame, and you are living in a victim mentality, and you are making excuses for why you can't have what you want. So bottom line, this is your life, and you are the only one who can turn it around. That doesn't mean that you know how. That does not mean that you know how to break free of your struggles, because, again, if you could do it alone, you would have already done it, right? And here's something else for you to look at right now. We are halfway through the year of 2013, all right? And I know how I felt at the beginning of the year. I was feeling so excited about starting the JoLynn Braley Show on iTunes, and I was so pumped up about it. And while I didn't make any New Year's resolution to do this show, I was really looking forward to the year ahead, and I was feeling really excited about this upcoming year. And I have actually felt myself waning in my excitement about doing this show in the past month or so. And that was already after 4 months into the year. Now, compare that with the fact that 99% of those who make a New Year's resolution to lose weight will last as long as 2 weeks. The comfort zone just sucks you right back in. And then you're just back to doing the same old things that you've been doing your whole life. And then you wait. We're halfway through this year. You're going to wait another 6 months to make another New Year's resolution to lose weight. And then what? Then what'll happen? What's going to change? What's going to be different? And then it's the same old thing of tomorrow or Monday. Monday I'll do it. Monday I'll do it. The JoLynn Braley Show comes out each Thursday on iTunes. So you're certainly not going to make a change on Thursday, right? I mean, you've got the weekend coming up. You've got to, you've already blown it on Monday or Tuesday, and now it's Thursday. And why should you do anything different now? Why not just do it on Monday and make a fresh start? Well, how many of those Mondays have you had in your life? When is it going to be the right time to actually start living your life and doing it without struggle? And being able to live healthy and fit without struggle. All right? These are your get real questions to ask yourself. Does this have anything to do with me? Does it matter to me what you do with your life? Not really. I mean, I don't even know you. I have no idea who you are. But on a general plane, I would love for you as a fellow human being and a fellow spirit living a physical life here on this earth plane, I would love to see you break free of your struggles, because I believe that you deserve that just because you are a spiritual being having a physical experience. And I know that you did not come here to struggle. There is no human being who came here and before you came into this life you said, oh, I'm going to go forth and struggle. Does the sun struggle to come up in the morning? Does the grass struggle to grow? Do the birds struggle to sing? Do the birds struggle to fly? Do the clouds struggle to fly through the air and move through the air? Does the rain struggle to fall? Where do you see struggle anyplace else except within you? You create all your struggle. And again, this doesn't mean you know how to break free of it, but it's all you, and you're the only one who can make the decision that this is a bunch of bullshit and that you don't deserve to be struggling like this anymore, that you deserve better, that you deserve to get a weight loss mindset, because that's the only way that you're going to break free of your binge eating, your emotional eating, your sugar addictions, your self-sabotage, all of that crap that is holding you back. That's the only way you're going to break free. And so now, after I've already given you the questions for today's show, here's the topic of the show. Why a weight loss mindset is essential for weight loss that lasts. Well, it's really simple. You have to have a weight loss mindset if you ever are going to live a healthy and fit lifestyle without struggle. If you're ever going to get off the diet merry-go-round, if you're ever going to get to the place where you actually say that now is my time to live, now is my time to release this fat and allow it to stay off, and now is my time to live my life before I see that number on the scale. Because I'll tell you something, when you finally see that number on the scale, if you do not have a weight loss mindset and you have white-knuckled it to see that number on the scale, you're just going to gain the weight back because it's not about that number on the scale. This problem that you have and all of the self-sabotage that you do unto you, it's really got nothing to do with the food and the weight. Well, it has something to do with it because that's your vehicle that you use to beat yourself up. But it's not even about any of that. It's about you. And this is a life issue, and this is an issue that started long ago, which you identified that earlier in the show today, how long this has been going on. And you just use the food and your weight as a way to make yourself feel bad, and it's not even about the weight loss. So you think that you want to lose weight so you can see this magical number on the scale, and that's not even what it's about. This is about you breaking free of your inner demons, if you'd like to use that word, or your inner saboteur, your inner roadblocks. This is all about you and your inner self, and like I said, this is the Get Real episode of this month, and I feel great about sharing this like I am with you right now, because bottom line, you don't have to live like this. You don't have to stay stuck in the struggle. And if you do stay stuck in the struggle, please accept for yourself right now that it is your choice. Because by doing that, by totally accepting that this is your show, that this is your life, that this is your reality that you have created for yourself, and that you are the only one that is creating your struggle, when you accept that for yourself, then you at least put yourself back in your own power even a little bit. Because if you have been telling yourself that it's about something else, or it's about the food, or it's about the diet book, or it's about your personal trainer, then all you're doing is giving your power away. It's got nothing to do with anyone out there. It's got nothing to do with your parents, or your husband, or your friends, or anyone. There's no stranger, and there's no person you know, and there's no government, there's no organization that is holding you down and keeping you overweight, keeping you fat, keeping you overeating, and making you fail. It's all you, baby. It is all 100% you. And the beauty of accepting this for yourself and really getting real with yourself right now is that when you fully accept that and you fully embrace that, and you're like, you can look in the mirror and you can say, hey, you know what? Yeah, it is me. I created this mess. I created this extra 10, 20, 100, 200 pounds on my body. It's all me. I did it. And that means that I have the power to do something else. I don't have to wait for someone else out there to change. I don't have to wait for my husband to be different, or the government to be different, or the fast food industry to be different. It's all about me. And then the next step is recognizing that if you really did know how to get out of this mess or this creation that you've created, use whatever word feels best to you, okay? This scenario that you've created for yourself, this habit, these patterns of life that you've created for yourself, if you really knew how to get out of it, then you would have done this 10, 20, 30 years ago, wouldn't you? So by taking full responsibility for where you're at, then that allows you to then step into your power and say, okay, so now I take full responsibility for getting the help so I can get out of this. The only way you're going to get out of this is you've got to get a weight loss mindset, because that's 90% of your problem. It's all an inner problem, and then once that 90% has been healed, then the 10%, which is how you eat and how you exercise, that 10% will be very easy for you to do. All right? So being the very smart person that you are, already successful in your work life, it's not like you're not intelligent. You're a very intelligent person. Because you are so smart, I'm expecting that what I'm sharing with you is making sense to you. So let's take a quick commercial break here. And today's sponsor of the show is the application form for the Weight Loss Discovery Session, which is a complimentary one-on-one weight loss discovery session. It's a telephone call with me, not with one of my team, not with anyone else, not with my assistant or anybody, but with me. And what this is about is when you fill out that application, and you do this at fearlessfatloss.com/call, C-A-L-L. When you fill out that application, include all of your details, and you hit the submit button, what you're doing is you're saying that you are serious about putting an end to this struggle. You are no longer going to allow your comfort zone to suck you back in. You are no longer willing to live with this self-sabotage and your out-of-control eating. You are valuing yourself enough to get the help that you desperately need so that you can break free of this muckmire and actually get out there and live your life, no longer hiding behind the fat, no longer waiting for some magical day that is never going to come until you get a weight loss mindset and you heal the root of this thing that has been holding you back your whole life. So you apply for that complimentary weight loss discovery session at fearlessfatloss.com, and what this does for you is it is your first step towards freedom from the fat, the F-A-T, freedom from the fear-attracting thoughts that are a perfect match to your overeating behaviors and your overweight life. So head on over there now to fearlessfatloss.com/call. Take the first step, and then congratulate yourself. Look in the mirror and say, hey, you're awesome, because you're doing something for yourself now that is actually going to make a massive transformation in your life, and you're taking the first step towards that so that you can actually get a weight loss mindset if you're a good fit for it. I mean, this is just a complimentary call. I'm not making any guarantees that you're actually even a good fit, because I don't know who you are. And but take that first step, and that's how you get moving in that direction. And you're finally getting real with yourself. No more waiting to live your life. No more waiting until you have a number on the scale. Just moving ahead and moving on. I know how important this is. I know that without a doubt that all of your power lies in the present moment. You cannot create from your past, and you cannot create from your future. The decision that you make now is either going to propel you forward and it's going to move you into the life of your dreams, or you're making the decision now to stay where you are and to stay in your comfort zone and to keep doing what you've always been doing. Either decision is yours. And you get to live with it. And hey, choice is always better than no choice. So it's a good thing that you get to make your own decisions. Now, shout outs. On some of these episodes, what I've been doing is I've been giving shout outs for all of the new people who like our Facebook page. And the way that you can get involved in that is just head on over to the JoLynnBraleyShow.com and click like on our Facebook page, and then I will give you a shout out in an upcoming episode. It's super simple to do, and it's fun, and that's how you get that. So, recap of what you learned today. A weight loss mindset is essential if you want to get off the diet merry-go-round, if you want to be able to live a healthy and fit lifestyle without struggle, if you want to eat without feeling deprived. All right, this is very important. And if you finally want to live your life instead of being obsessed with weight, with your food, with what you eat or do not eat, the number on the scale, the size of your thighs, whether or not someone else likes you, and you have to have You've got to get a weight loss mindset if you want to end your binge eating, emotional eating, sugar addictions, self-sabotage, and end that ongoing habit that you have of feeling bad about yourself. A weight loss mindset is essential to all of this. You will not get a weight loss mindset from a little diet or exercise program. Those are important. That's 10% of the solution, but those are not meant to heal your ongoing food and weight struggles. They're not even supposed to do that. A healthy diet is supposed to teach you how to eat better. And if you don't know how to cook a lot of healthy meals, then a healthy eating plan will be giving you recipes and, teaching you more ways to get off of processed foods. But there's no reason to blame any healthy eating or exercise program for your problems with sabotage and binge eating and emotional eating and sugar addiction and obsession and with the food and with your weight and all of those things, because that little diet is not even supposed to be solving 90% of your problem. So, be sure and go over to the JoLynnBraleyShow.com and like our Facebook page. You'll get a shout out from me on an upcoming show. Hey, if you're subscribed in iTunes, go ahead and give the show a 5-star rating. That would be awesome. And next week's episode is 3 things that are sabotaging your weight loss. 3 things that are sabotaging your weight loss. This is JoLynn Braley, the FAT Release Coach, and you've been listening to the JoLynn Braley Show. Go on over to fearlessfatloss.com/call to apply for your complimentary weight loss discovery session and take the first step towards ending your ongoing food and weight struggles. Here's to your best life in your ideal body.